lose a kid like him.
Yep.
At one time or another, we had him in the running, and Frankie Boy, did his thing, and then all of a sudden we didn't, have it anymore. The commitment. I don't know that we always. I don't know that we ever did truly have him, but like Matt Zollers, for example. What's up, Ivan? Matt Zollers, for example. I don't know that we ever truly had him in terms of a commitment, and that might have been because of his our head coach and what he was doing, which is interesting to kind of look back and see that now. That Matt Zollers literally could have been an Nittany Lion. We could have had Bo Riola, Matt Zollers. We could have had Peter Bork. I mean, but I think Peter Bork, we'll just wait to talk about it. But I think being that Peter Bork is Peter Bork, I think he could come to Penn State 100%. We've lately, under Franklin, man, we missed out on a lot of local guys, if you will, some PA guys. And then Peter Bork, he's from Massachusetts. So that's close to us, closer to us than Michigan. Penn State should dominate from like some of Ohio and Michigan all the way to the right. We should own the whole Northeast. We should. And, we should own down into Virginia, DMV area, all the way down to really the Carolinas. Penn State should have a good grip on that. And now that we have good coaches, I think we'll have that. But what's up, Michelle? So wide receiver coach, we have a wide receiver coach. Finally, I said it to Brett and on here before that we're going to get a guy that we've probably never heard of, and he's going to be good. That's what the Steelers always did. Mike McCarthy, for example, for the Steelers, which, you talk about good clubs, different sports, different levels of the sport, but different clubs. Penn State has always, they never really got the name guy. And the Steelers did that this time. That's like the first name guy I think they've gotten as a coach, honestly. But so Kashif Moore will be our receivers coach. He had just followed Jim Mora to Colorado State. He was at UConn. He played at UConn. Moore helped lead UConn wide receiver Skylar Bell to be a Biletnikoff finalist and first-team All-American last season. Fun fact, I think I believe it was when he was a coach that their offense at UConn ranked higher than us. So this is a good addition, and a lot of questions need to be answered. One, are we going to have offense? Are we going to have life in our offense? Please, God, let us have offense. For my health, please let us have offense, please. And I think we might actually have that soon. We'll see. We have a better shot at it now than we have for 12 years.
Yeah.
2022, I was talking to Brett today. 2022 was the highest ranked offense we've had in a while. The past few years, that's the highest ranked offense. They were like 77th. All right. And Sean Clifford was a baller. Not my favorite quarterback, but he was a baller. Another guy who probably could have been better if he had better coaching, 100%. He had 3 different OCs, I think it was, or was it Aller had 3 different OCs? So with Taylor Mauser as the OC and tight ends coach, Kashif Moore, the passing game was a big part of Iowa State when Matt Campbell was there. So, again, it's going to be a guy that we've never heard of. I've heard of this guy before, but I don't know much about him. I didn't before, but, now I do. It's just one of those things where we got our guy, and now we have to see what they're going to do with him. So,
Yep.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, like you said, none of the coordinators are. I mean, D'Antlin's a big hire because obviously he's a Penn State, alumni, and he's an upcoming coordinator. Other than D'Antlin, like all these other guys we got, are most of these coaches are people that we either haven't heard of, haven't heard much of, or aren't flashy hires. They're not. There's no splash hires, and I like how Kashif is like an upcoming. You can tell he's up and coming, right? In 2024, when he got to UConn, uh, no, he got there in 2023. He got there in 2023. He didn't have much to work with, so their passing game was not good. They weren't good. That wasn't his fault. He didn't have, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have the players to really work with. 2024, he gets Skylar Bell from Wisconsin, and Skylar Bell has a pretty solid season in 2024. He was okay at Wisconsin, but he wasn't great. He wasn't some great receiver there. His potential. He had potential, but he wasn't flashing. He goes to UConn. I think he had like 800 yards in his first year with Kashif Moore and a couple touchdowns. And then this past season, he was in the. I can't say the word. You can say the Bolitnikov.
Bolitnikov, yeah.
Bolitnikov semifinalist, dude. So that's no short feat right there. So he had like 1,300 yards or 1,200 yards receiving, 101 catches, 11 touchdowns, something like that. So just, I mean, that was Kashif Moore, helping Skylar Bell. And then the number 2 receiver at UConn, I don't have his name right now, but he ended up being pretty decent as well. So I think it's pretty cool how, not that he had a chance to go back to UConn because he left to go to Colorado State, but, leaves his alma mater, goes to Colorado State for a couple months, and Penn State comes calling. Like he's not passing that up. He knows it's close to home for him. He's from Burlington Township, New Jersey. So now we got a South Jersey guy as a coach for recruiting, knows the area. And then you got Savon Huggins, who's North Jersey. So New Jersey, we should be much better in recruiting than we were with Franklin. Franklin and their staff did an okay job. Like we got some good guys from New Jersey, but there's a lot of good receivers from New Jersey. That receiver that just went to Notre Dame from Ohio State, what's his name? Help me. It's gonna kill me. Ohio State had 2 of those young receivers go. Mylan Graham, and then the other one was you know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
Anyways, that receiver that went to Ohio State, Quincy Porter. There we go. Quincy Porter is from New Jersey. That's what I'm saying. Like he's a 5-star talent receiver. If we had Kashif Moore and Savon Huggins when he was still coming out of high school, we had more of a chance to land him. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice to get the New Jersey guys on the roster. We have PA connections with Terry Smith and the staff and Calamitis, who's there. Calamitis? I keep saying his name wrong. Yeah.
Alan Zamitis?
Calamacnitis? Alan Zamitis. Holy crap. Sorry, I butchered that. It's not an easy name to remember. Zamitis. We have him. He's got connections in PA. So we should, like you said, we should be able to dominate Pennsylvania. Might take a little bit of time in New Jersey, but I think we'll get more wins there than we were before. And then you got the DMV in Virginia. That might be a little bit of a learning curve, but if you're asking me as a high school kid, do I want to go play for Frankie Boy in Virginia Tech or Matt Campbell in Penn State? That's peanuts to cashews, right? Like cashews are better. So he's going to Penn State, So that's my thought on that. He's young. He's under 40, just like most of the coaches we got. He's 37 years old. From what Nate Bauer was saying, I watched a couple minutes of their episode. They do a great job over there, of course. Nate Bauer's losing weight too, by the way. So shout out to him. He looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good. He was saying how he heard that Kashif Moore is like a humble guy, really just a good dude. Like he fits the Matt Campbell spectacle. He fits the coaching staff on what Matt Campbell's looking for. He's looking for good people and good coaches. So not just good coaches and head cases. So not saying we had a bunch of head cases before. We always had good coaches, but it's very important to have guys who can connect with the players on a personal level along with the coaching level. So I'm excited about the hire. We'll see what happens. We have some young talent on the roster. So, like I said, like a Zay Robinson in the slot right behind interchangeable with Kobe Howard. I think those guys will flash. So he's got a lot to work with. And then obviously Chase O and Brett Esselson and Lyric Samuel and all those guys. So Peter Gonzalez. So yeah, I'm happy about it. It's a wait and see situation, but I feel pretty good about it. I don't feel as good about it like with having Noah Pauley. Obviously, he has a little bit more decorative development under his belt, right, with NFL guys. But still, obviously, Skylar Bell's going to go to the NFL. He's probably going to be like a third or fourth round guy. So as a receiver, you'll take that any day. So.
Yeah. So Ivan just said that he got a notification that Penn State might get.
Oregon Insight might get.
Peter
Bork. That's probably you're probably talking about Peter Bork, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Again, don't go to Virginia Tech. That's for sure. But Moore played from 2008 to 2011 at UConn. Had a pro career. He started in high school, Wesleyan University, Cornell, Albany, then UConn, then Colorado State, and then us. So Penn State will be Moore's sixth coaching stop, although his time with the Rams obviously limited. Yeah. ESPN said that Penn State or VT.
Yeah, check the screen, man. We got that on our third topic tonight. So you'll
Ivan, what do you mean a notification like the ESPN app or because I don't see that on ESPN what you just said. I'm not saying like I believe you, but I'm just saying like I don't see it. But yeah, this is a good pickup, man. I think he's going to be a young, hungry guy. He's gonna, come in and work hard. I think he's going to develop our guys. Again, we're going to get a guy that we don't know much about, but he's probably going to come in and do great. I mean, we have a great staff. We have a pretty good roster. A B grade roster and an A grade staff. That's what Brett and I's grades are.
Yep.
Okay, Ivan. Wonder why I didn't see it. Like, what's the article title? Can you drop the link in the comments? I'll try to pull it up. But we're going to get a guy that comes in and really hammers it home for us. Penn State, okay. I just saw it. Ivan, Penn State, Virginia Tech, Washington have interest. Yeah, no kidding.
Wait, Joe just sent something. Check it. Wait.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, there it is. Virginia Tech, Washington, Penn State. Okay. Well, we're beating those schools. There's no way.
Yeah. If he goes to Virginia Tech, then that might be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. So definitely coming to Penn State. That would be great. I don't know why he's decommitting from Michigan. I mean, it's a dumpster fire. Probably didn't want a hot box in the locker room. And his coach, he wants a coach who isn't going to, be doing what Sharon Moore was doing. And I hope
he doesn't want a coach also who's going to retire in 2 years, halfway through his college career. Like, I mean,
sit behind Bryce Underwood, who's not that good and getting paid $12 million.
Yeah.
So, he coached a Biletnikoff award-winning receiver, which is crazy. That's a great award to get. It's one of the top awards you can get. He has
Finals,
recruiting.
yeah.
He has recruiting ties to the Mid Atlantic, which is New Jersey. He's a New Jersey native. So
Very good players out
yeah,
of New
yeah,
Jersey.
it's a
Players.
good like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, they have some great athletes. But we can get them really from anywhere, man. I mean, our coaching staff has ties all over the country.
Yep, they
West
do.
to east, they have them everywhere. We have 3
Yep.
DCs on our defense, so it's one of those things where I do think. Sorry, yes,
Finals, yeah,
Blitnikoff
yeah.
finalist. I said winner. Blitnikoff finalist, which for being at UConn, man, that's pretty impressive.
Yep. Very.
You know, they're not exactly known for being like a powerhouse football program. No offense to them, but Jim Mora, yeah, he did go to Colorado State. He was at UConn for a while, and he's kind of bounced around. I mean, I remember when he was coaching the Falcons, and they were in the NFC title game. He wasn't the coach when they went to the Super Bowl, but you know, Jim Mora and his dad, they were both longtime NFL coaches, and then he went the college route, and now he is with
Colorado State.
State.
That's good for Colorado State because they've been terrible, and that's close to
Yeah.
where I have family at. So it's cool that they're getting a good coach.
Penn State also has interest from a top 10 tight end.
Yep.
From Joe in the, I believe it's 27 class.
Yeah,
so
we've talked
that's
about
good.
It a little bit. Yep.
We did.
Yeah, he was on an official visit a couple weeks back. He was on an official visit before the dead period. Yep.
6'6", 215, 247 has him at 225. But yeah, overall I like the hire, and we'll see how it plays out. But no matter what, at the end of the day, I think what this means is we're going to be getting better offensive production. Our offenses have been horrible the past few years. We're not even close to being even somewhat entertaining as an offense in the past few years. And it sucks because we had some great talented kids, but the coaching staff really lets them down 100%.
Just think if we didn't have Katron Allen and like if we didn't have that, it would have been bad, man. Yep.
Well, you know, it's kind of the same as like back in the day when Penn State had JT as their strength and conditioning coach. You know, they were on machines. They were doing 3 sets till failure. It did not tailor to athletic performance whatsoever. It was all about endurance. And I'm sure it got a lot of guys in compromising positions on the field in the sense that, I mean, guys were always pulling their hamstrings. Mike Motti tore his ACL like 4 times. Nate Stupar always had a bad hamstring. And when you're doing like sets till failure, especially on a hamstring curl, which is what they would do, like you're really setting yourself up bad for something like that. So like this now, you know, imagine what would have happened if we had some decent coaches the past few years with all this talent. I mean, man, can you imagine if Terry Smith had Drew Aller for like 2-3 years, or Matt Campbell had Drew Aller for 2-3 years? I mean, a kid probably would have won the Heisman Trophy. And we never got to see Terry Smith as a head coach with Drew Aller. Now, I think Drew Aller would have ended up getting benched by Terry Smith, but I think he would have performed better. Grunkmeyer did a very good job. I mean, Grunkmeyer, to me, not once was I like, man, like he's just not a good quarterback. Like he did probably as good as he could possibly do in the situation. They go into Ohio State. Dude, they didn't they didn't do terrible at Ohio State, for example. Iowa, he didn't do terrible. I mean, overall, Grunkmeyer did a very good job. But if we had some real coaches the past few years, that would have been nice to see how that would have played out with the talent. Not to say we would have had them because that staff recruited them, but yeah, I want offense, and I think this will help us get that. That's it. I don't know what else to say about it, man.
Yep.
I think he's gonna come in as a young, hungry coach, ready to light it up, ready to help us score points, and really make a statement in the Big Ten. Has a pretty good resume, and if he's being hired by this staff, then I trust it.